guys, welcome to another recap of Celebrity Apprentice. Yes, this show was 2 hours tonight, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very short recap because it's the same stuff rehashed over and over. So let's get started right away. Lil Jon got to deliver his check to the American Diabetes Association. That was awesome. It's always my favorite part of the show. The celebs met up with Trumpster and John Rich. What? He's back, and Don Jr. at the Barclays Center because this week they're going to be designing a suite and hosting a party for Foxwoods. So the prize is going to be $50,000 from Donald and $50,000 from the tribe that owns Foxwoods. So the PMs are Lisa and Mary Lou. So on Team Power, well, first of all, let's just say there's a couple of different mascots that go along with Foxwoods, and namely they are King, Queen, Jack, Ace, and whatever. I don't know. There was like 5, I think. It's not important, though. Anyway, they had to choose one of those, and, you know, the whole spiel about how to keep it consistent with branding and blah, 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 blah. You know the routine if you've watched Celebrity Apprentice before. So for Team Power, they ended up with King as their theme, and Plan B ended up with Joker, and the way that they ended up like that was because they chose them. The PMs had to negotiate, but there was nothing to negotiate because they both held up what they wanted and they both agreed on it. So Team Power got King, and that's Mary Lou's team. She's in charge of the furniture and the food for her venue. And Lil Jon and Trace were in charge of the entertainment because, I mean, let's face it, Trace is probably the best person and Lil Jon to get entertainment. However, there was a snowstorm that day, that evening, and they weren't sure that these people were going to be able to come in, the ones who they were trying to get. They were trying to get Dolly Parton, they were trying to get some pretty big headliners, and the only one that they ended up getting was Hunter Hayes, which I shouldn't say the only one because he just won the Country Music Awards New Male Artist Award. And yeah, I think that was a really good entertainment. In fact, the executives really seemed to like it. Mary Lou, however, she's all over the place. She's like the female Gary Busey, but not as bad. Like, she's coherent. She was coming up with all this corny King stuff, these giant mirrors and chairs and crowns, and it was just weird. Alright, so on Plan B, where they got Joker, Penn decides that in order to keep consistent with the branding, that they should have all people that work for Foxwoods, such as himself and Teller, Lisa Lampanelli, who headlines there. They also noticed in the meeting that they like to keep the Native American thing going, so he was trying to get a flautist who would be able to play music specific to the tribe that owns the casino. And again, snowstorm, flights canceled, didn't know if people were going to make it or not. One of the funniest exchanges during the whole episode was in between Penn and Lisa about how if Teller couldn't make it, how Lisa would fill in and possibly have a lip accident. I don't see how it could get any worse. Alright, so the parties, well, Team Power had a chess instructor because everybody wants to go to a swinging party and play chess. Not. Although they did have massages, which were kind of cool in the king chair. And Countess Luann from New York City Housewives. Is she even on that show anymore? I'm not sure. I think she might have got kicked off, but who knows. The whole power party was like a bad kids party. It was just horrible. The only bright spot was Hunter Hayes, and the executives really seemed to enjoy him. Plan B, however, was totally different. They had a cool magic show. Alright, Lisa Lampanelli crossed the line a few times, but you know what? She works for Foxwoods, so they should be used to that. Maybe she should have reined it in a little bit, but I can only imagine what they didn't show. And David Burke's food was amazing, and it was served very creatively. It was just it was joy to be at that party. Let me see. Do you want to fall asleep playing chess, or do you want to see a cool magic show? Someone eating needles. Alright, so in the boardroom, pretty predictable. Mary Lou calls out Trace. Trace says, you never should have let Penn have the Joker theme. You should have, like, ambushed him, taken the Joker theme so that he couldn't have had it. You know, like a preemptive move. And pretty much everybody agreed with that. You know, Donald and Don Jr., John Rich. And Donald asked Lil Jon, who would you fire? Hello, Mary Lou, because chess? And she's all over the place. Penn and Lisa were a big love fest. They couldn't say anything bad about each other. Because they shouldn't have, because they freaking won. They won hands down. They didn't just win by a little bit, they blew them away. So it was no contest. Penn and Lisa won. Go back to the suite, turn on the TV, have a sip of champagne, enjoy the fireworks. So basically they rehashed it. Chess? WTF? Why would you have chess? Oh, you had a chess player? What the F? Alright, so back and forth. Then Trace is like, I haven't had a decent idea in the last 3 challenges. I don't think he meant that, you know, the way that everyone was taking it. I think he meant the ideas that I came up with, which, by the way, everybody used all the time, were not that amazing, and even one of them won against the other team, so... But Mary Lou kept trying to harp on that, you know, like he's already signing out. Mary Lou, you pick chess. Really? The plastic crowns from Party City? Come on. You did a great job, but you're fired. I don't even think she did that great of a job. The food was okay. Trace got the entertainment. Lil Jon, I'm sure, did something. So, that's the story. Next time. They get called into the boardroom. You saw it on the coming attractions like 15 minutes later. And prepare, I'm sure it's the old prepare to be interviewed. And 2 people are fired immediately. And the final task is given. And all of the losers come back to help/screw it up. Boost ratings. So I'm sure next week will be part 1 of the task. And then the week after that is the finale. I've got 2 words. BUC. Till next week, much love.